And welcome back. We're here at the 50 meters rifle for women, and the leader is Du Li. So we have in this beautiful arena the ladies here in the finals of the 50 meters rifle. Very difficult discipline. Obviously the target's very far away, exactly 50 meters. And from that position, actually, the bullseye is about the size of the pins of a needle. So it's a very, very small target that these ladies have to hit. And Du Li, of course, the champion in this discipline. And there we also have one of the favorites, Sonja Pfeilschifter of Germany.
Yes, Kiki, a discipline that takes an awful lot of concentration. Now, some of the things that can go wrong, it seems fairly straightforward. Using a rifle, it's a long way. Now, it's actually a very long way. Now, 50 meters is so far that a couple of Olympics ago, we had an American competitor who accidentally shot at the target next to him. Now, that seems like a difficult thing to do, but actually it's very easy. At 50 meters, all you need to do is miss-aim by a couple of millimeters to the left or right, and you will actually hit the wrong target. So it does happen. And we had a quick shot there of Emmons of the Czech Republic, who is married to Matthew Emmons of the United States, husband and wife shooting team.
3, 2, 1, start.
So to give you some sort of idea, if you can just imagine running halfway up a 100-meter running track, that's how far this is away. This is Galkina, who is a former gold medalist herself. So China with more than one competitor in this race, in this section, I should say. So this is one of the many areas where China hopes to pick up some more gold medals in their race to overhaul the United States. And they're doing a pretty good job at it at the moment. The last time we checked today, China had 20 gold medals. There's Emmons. China had 20 gold compared to 10 for the United States. So still a long way to go in these Olympics. There's Cruz of Cuba on the left, Du Li of China. There she is.
Currently ranked 3.
Yeah, let's check those scores, Don. Joining me in the studios now is Don Bozarth.
10.3.
Cuba in the lead, and Kazakhstan, Dovgan, it looks like, is ranked 2nd.
Yeah, this is Mihailovic of Serbia. She's in 4th. And the American Jamie Beryl in 6th. There's Katarina Emmons, who herself is married to an American, but still competing for the Czech Republic.
Line 8, 10.5.
Galkina from Russia, ranked 7th. So not a lot separating 1st and 3rd. Just 6/100ths of a point. 598.3 is Cruz from Cuba. 597.7 is the Chinese competitor, Du. And that's Evan and Beryl. Oh, nice shot by Emmons.
So
Looks like right on 9.
So just a reminder, this is in fact a gold medal event. It is not qualification. It's the women's 50-meter rifle in 3 positions final.
Well, Du Li with a 10.3, that's a great shot. Ranked number 1 is Cruz in 10.1, so a slight gain on her. Number 3 is 10.0.
Line 4, 10.3.
And Mihailovich, 10.3. The American dropped back in that round, 9.5 after an excellent 10.5 before. Emmons, 10.1. And Wu Luji, 9.5.
Line 8,
Galkina, 10.1.
Well, Galkina sure won't be too happy with the way things are going at the moment.
Well, there you can see the standings. Cruz still in first, but only by 0.4 of a point right now. Du Li moves up to second, 1/10 a point ahead of Dovgan from Kazakhstan, with Mihailovich 0.8 of a point further back, and then they drop back fairly quickly after that. But one good shot, an actual bullseye, could move a competitor in 6th up into a medal position very quickly.
Well, Don, Galkina of Russia is the defending Olympic champion, and she will be bitterly disappointed at the moment. Right down there, second. She was actually last. She's now second from bottom. So Olga Dovgun of Kazakhstan at the moment in 3rd, and Mihailovich in 4th.
Neither one of them looked too happy with their shot, and you can see that these guns are not lightweight, and you can see the recoil on them when they fire their shot. And that is the competitor from the U.S. barrels. And another good shot by Du Li at 10.4. Cruz really dropped back in that one, a 9.8, I believe it was.
Yeah, that puts Du Li in first. China with a very successful record in shooting. Now, the rules of this event are pretty much the same as the men's competition, except that 20 shots instead of 40 are taken at each position. This is the small bore rifle, 3 positions shot at 50 meters. Also, there's no time limit for each position, but rather an overall time limit of 2 hours and 15 minutes.
So a great shot by Emmons on that last one, a 10.7. Also Wu Luji at 10.7 in that one, and she's still in 8th place, but trying to move up. And there's Galkina from Russia, 10.2. So still very consistent, but still in 7th place. There you see there's a tie between Kazakhstan and Du Li, 618.4.
Yeah, absolutely. They're right together. Now, I believe that they would have to have a shoot-off after that if they finish absolutely tied, but that would be very, very unlikely.
One start.
To be able to steady a rifle that's this heavy is not an easy task. Not the shot she wanted. That looks like it's less than a 10 for Cruz. Oh, great shot by Emmons, 10.6.
And Don, I think that is Matthew Emmons sitting up in the crowd, the American who's married to the other Emmons down here competing. She actually competes for the Czech Republic, though.
9.8.
10.0, ranked 4th. Cruz now.
Line 3, 9.4.
Yeah, we saw Dovgan's shot quite a bit out of center.
Line 4, 10.2.
5号靶位10.2环。
Line 5, 10.2.
6号靶位
The American's
10.6
still
环。
fairly consistent every time, but she's not moving up. And great shot by Emmons here, 10.6.
7号靶位10.2环。
Line 7, 10.2.
8号靶位9.9环。
Line 8, 9.9.
There's the Athens gold medalist, Galkina, in Welcome back. Yeah, we're live in Beijing. I'm Andrew Sams. I'm joined in the studio by Don Bozart. The lady on the right there, Du Li of China, is leading this women's 50-meter rifle three-position final, the gold medal event. And they're in the last stages now. They're in the third position. They get 20 shots each. And I believe that they are taking shot number 5 right now.
And the two on the picture there are in the lead. Du Li is 1/10 of a point ahead of Emmons, who, when we started the standing position, she was in fifth place. Now she's only 1/10 of a point out of first, with a good shot here. Yeah, she didn't have a great shot. Both Du Li and Emmons failed to get a high score there. And a great shot by Cruz, 10.5. That'll move her back up. She was tied for first at one point. Du Li with a 9.9 moved down to second. And Cruz moves back up to first. Dovgan is down to fifth. Mihailovic has now moved up to 3, and you can see quite a bit of movement by everybody. And the American, even though she keeps getting 10s, she stays in 6th position because she was so low at one point. Emmons has moved down to 4th.
Line 7, 9.8.
8号靶位10.7环。
Line 8, 10.7.
Galkina, a great shot, moves her up. No, stayed in 7th position.
So there's your 1, 2, 3. After 5 shots, Cruz in first, Du Li is second.
Andrew, I think this is going to come down to the last shot. We keep getting a change at the top of the standings almost with every round of shooting.
2, 1, start.
Well, Don, we have this listed as 20 shots in each position in our book. But I believe that this final round may actually be less.
Oh, Mihailovic, very low score there. It looks like about a 9.1. Great shot by Emmons. She really dropped down on the last round. And a great shot by Du Li, 10.8. That's the highest we have seen. That should move her back up to rank 1, and it does. Cruz stays in 2 at 10.2 in that one.
3号靶位10.4环。
Line 3,
Dovgan again a good shot, but still ranked 4th.
9.4环。
Line 4,
Mihailovic drops down to 5th with that 9.4.
9.9环。
Line 5, 9.9.
And Barrow stays in 6th, just 9.9.
Line 6,
Okay, Don, so just to clarify, we have 20 shots in the preliminary stage in each position, as I mentioned. The final round, though, the final stage is 10 shots.
8号靶位
Well, there's only 4 shots left.
Yeah, exactly. We're heading closer to the conclusion of this. China hoping that Du Li can come through with the gold and continue this amazing gold medal haul here in Beijing for the Chinese. And let's not forget that China also has the table tennis and badminton to come over the next week or so, where they could very likely pick up 9 gold medals.
They could sweep the entire board, although that probably is unlikely, but it is a possibility.
It's very possible. I mean, out of 9, I would automatically give them at least 8.
So with 4 shots left, a lot of the lower ranked shooters have really been moving up, and it's getting very, very tight. Cruz just lost it on that one, obviously getting very, very tired.
Well, Don, Galkina of Russia won this event in Athens 4 years ago, but Du Li, who was also competing here, she's also a gold medalist from Athens, but not in this event. She took out the 10-meter air rifle in Athens. And in fact, China 4 years ago, and they're hoping to build on this and do even better, they topped the gold medal table in shooting with 4 gold. That was 1 more than Russia and 2 more than Germany and the United States. So China were the shooting kings and queens, if you like, in Greece. And I believe they're already on their way to topping that total.
Well, Du Li has moved a little bit further away from the rest of them with that 10.0 shot. And Jamie Barrell from the United States, who's been in 6th all the way along with that last shot, she moved up to 4th, and Katerina Emmons has moved into 2nd. Wu Luji is stayed right there in 8th. Galkina, after a number of very good scores, a 9.1, is looking like it's going to eliminate her from a chance.
For the next competition shot.
So a full point between 1st and 3rd, and it's looking like the gold medal will probably come down between Emmons and Du Li. But still 3 shots to go, and 1 bad shot by Du Li could bring her back to the rest of the field.
Emmons on the left. And I believe her husband will be going for gold in his discipline tomorrow here in Beijing. And Emmons actually has already won a gold medal here. There's the Chinese coach, looking equally as calm as her shooters.
Well, if Emmons can get a 10.5 or above, she will draw closer to Du Li, but Du Li got a 10.1, and no, she doesn't, so Emmons drops down. I think that is her husband, isn't it?
Stop.
Well, Du Li really consolidating her position at the top. Cruz is in 4th now. Dovgan has dropped down to 5th. Mihailovic dropped to 8th place with that last score of 8.9. Barrell is now up into the bronze medal position. Katerina Emmons with a 9.5. She's still in 2nd, but quite a ways away from the top. And Wu Liji, with that last shot, moved out of 8th into 7th. So Du Li, 1.1 point clear of the rest of the field. Emmons is 0.3 of a point ahead of Barrell, and Barrell is just 0.2 of a point ahead of Cruz.
Okay, Don, I just want to pick up on something of Matthew Emmons. You're absolutely right. That was Emmons sitting up in the crowd there with the goatee beard. I mentioned before one of the shooters in the US team shooting at the wrong target at the Athens Olympics. Well, I was trying to put my finger on who it was, and it was him. It was Matthew Emmons, who after, well, let's face it, standing up on his feet, shooting for 2 hours, had a slight loss of concentration and at a distance of 50 metres accidentally shot his last shot at the target of the competitor next to him, which in the end cost him the gold medal. Dooley, absolutely spot on.
Well, this shot here is the second to the last shot, but I say that shot by Dooley will probably almost guarantee the gold medal, unless, of course, she ends up shooting at the wrong target. But Beryl from the United States, I believe, will move into second place with that last shot of hers, but only 1/10 a point ahead of Cruz. Cruz is ranked 3.
Line 2, 10.7.
Dovgan has dropped all the way down to 7th with that 9.5.
Line 4,
Mihailovic back up to 6th from 8th with that shot.
Line 5.
And the American Beryl with a 10.6 has moved into second.
Line 6, 9.6.
So gold up for grabs here. This lady is out of the running. Wu of China. Galkina will be bitterly disappointed with her performance here. So, Dom, they are coming up to the last shot of this gold medal event.
And Beryl from the United States has been the big mover. She was down in 6th. For the first 6 shots, she didn't make a move, and then she's had some amazing shots. She's moved herself into second place, but only by 1/10 of a point. So this last shot will determine not only whether she gets a silver medal, whether she stays into a medal position. But Dooley, unless she just completely folds, she has got the gold medal, another gold medal for China. And she looks so steady when she shoots.
Oh.
The worst shot by Beryl, and that will drop her out of a medal contention unless the other shooters.
Let's see, too. She's done it again, just outside the inner ring, but it's put a smile on the face of the Chinese coach.
Foul.
Oh, what a great shot by Dooley. So Galkina with a 10.3, Cruz with a 9.5. She'll move her into second position, I believe. But I don't think the American will even medal after being in a silver medal position going into the last shot.
No, she's not going to do it. There's Katerina Emmons, ranked second. She's gone right up.
9.7.
And the Cuban is,
Line 5, 8.
well, she doesn't look happy. She's in third place. Cruz of Cuba with a total of just over 687. But Don, I believe you're looking at your gold medalist this time around.
That's right. Dooley, with the last 4 shots, were just spectacular. She was up in the high 10s almost all the way through, so what a score.
Now, it does seem hard to tell, but you can actually see some of these girls who've misfired. You can see the ball move just a little. We watched Dooley so closely, no movement whatsoever, and it's kept her up. She slipped down to second at one point. Apart from that, she has led this competition pretty much from start to finish, and she's toppled Galkina of Russia, the former Olympic champion from Greece. And Dooley with an Olympic record total as well, 690.3, ahead of Katerina Emmons, and Cruz of Cuba picking up the bronze. Galkina just pushed out of the medals, and a disappointing finish by Beryl of the United States. And that's it from here for now. We'll be back with more Olympic action later.